Here are the Wrong Turn 3 kills ranked point-wise. So I already did my review on the movie. I already did the kills ranked to my own opinion. That was subjectively. This is objectively. So we're looking at how bloody the kill is, how believable the kill is, how creative the kill is, how surprising the kill is, and how scary the kill is. And each category can get from 0 to 5 points. So let's get started. Coming in at number 15, last place, is Brandon. Killed off screen. 0 points for almost everything. 5 points for how believable it is. It's believable that Three Finger or whoever was gonna kill him with that weapon. So Brandon comes out to a total of 5 points at number 15. Number 14 is Three Toe. Shot and then decapitated or something. 0 points for how bloody it is. It's not on screen. 5 points for how believable it is. Yeah, that would kill him. 0 points for how creative it is. 0 points for how surprising it is. 1 point for how scary it is. It's a little scary. So Three Toe comes out to a total of 6 points at number 14. Number 13 is Deputy Allie. She gets barbed wire on her, bleeds to death. 1 point for how bloody it is. It's not really that bloody. 5 points for how believable it is. That would kill her. Barbed wire on her body. 0 points for how creative it is. You see a barbed wire kill a lot in this franchise, so it's not creative. 0 points for how surprising it is. You're not surprised when she dies. And 1 point for how scary it is. It's a little scary, so Deputy Allie comes out to a total of 7 points at number 13. Number 12 is Floyd. Lit on fire. 0 points for how bloody it is. He's lit on fire. It's a fire stunt, but you don't see any blood. 5 points for how believable it is, because that would kill him being lit on fire. 0 points for how creative it is. It's not creative. 1 point for how surprising it is. It's a little surprising because one of the other prisoners sets him on fire. 2 points for how scary it is. It's kind of scary. So Floyd comes out to a total of 8 points at number 12. Number 11 is Sheriff Carver. Spear in throat. 3 points for how bloody it is. It was actually pretty bloody because a spear gets dropped, goes into his mouth. So, and out his body. 5 points for how believable it is. Yeah, that would kill him. Going straight through his body. 0 points for how creative it is. It's not creative. 0 points for how surprising it is. It's not surprising that he dies. You kind of expect just about anyone is gonna die. And 1 point for how scary it is. It's a little scary, so Sheriff Carver comes out to a total of 9 points at number 11. Number 10 is Natalie. Nate, excuse me. Shot with arrows. It's actually pretty bloody, so 3 points for how bloody it is. 5 points for how believable it is. 0 points for how creative it is. Arrow kills, those aren't creative in this franchise alone. 1 point for how surprising it is. It was kind of surprising. 1 point for how scary it is. It's a little scary. So Nate comes out to a total of 10 points at number 10. Number 9 is Trey. Spear in mouth. So a spear just gets shoved into his mouth and comes out like the back of his head. 3 points for how bloody it is. It was actually pretty bloody. This is one of the better kills of the movie. 5 points for how believable it is. Yeah, that would kill him. 1 point for how creative it is. It's not that creative. I mean, just a spear kill, a spear in the mouth, through the head, kind of. That's not really that creative. 0 points for how surprising it is. He dies within the first 5 minutes of the movie. He's a character you see within the first 5 minutes of the movie. You can kind of guess that he's gonna die. 2 points for how scary it is. It was a little scary. So Trey comes out to a total of 11 points at number 9. Number 8 is Crawford. Wrapped in barbed wire, dragged away. So, So barbed wire is hooked up to the truck that Three Finger drives. Crawford gets tangled up by the barbed wire and then drives away. He gets lowered onto the road and gets dragged. 2 points for how bloody it is. It's pretty bloody. 4 points for how believable it is. It doesn't quite seem that definitively deadly. But it's pretty certain that it would kill him. I think it seems like there would be like a little bit of hope that he might survive, wrapped in barbed wire. It's not around his neck. It's not really like in his eye or something. And then being dragged on the road, that could do some damage, but he might be able to actually survive. 2 points for how creative it is. It's kind of creative. 2 points for how surprising it is. Not really that surprising. And 2 points for how scary it is. It's kind of scary. So Crawford comes out to a total of 12 points at number 8. Number 7 is Sophie, the first kill of the movie. Shot in the back of the head with arrows. 3 points for how bloody it is. 5 points for how believable it is. 2 points for how creative it is. Arrow kills, not that creative. 0 points for how surprising it is. She's the first kill of the movie, so you're not surprised. And 3 points for how scary it is. It was still actually pretty scary. So Sophie comes out to a total of 13 points at number 7. Number 6 is Brent. Sliced in 3 by a trap. 3 points for how bloody it is. 5 points for how believable it is. 3 points for how creative it is. It was actually pretty creative. 0 points for how surprising it is. He dies within the intro of the movie. 3 points for how scary it is. It was pretty scary. So Brent comes out to a total of 14 points at number 6. Number 5 is Walter. Shot in head. 3 points for how bloody it is. 5 points for how believable it is. 0 points for how creative it is. 5 points for how surprising it is, because he doesn't die from one of the killers. Just one of the cops goes like, boom, shoots him in the head. And 2 points for how scary it is. So Walter comes out to a total of 15 points at number 5. Number 4 is Three Finger. Hook to chin and blown up. 2 points for how bloody it is. 5 points for how believable it is. 0 points for how creative it is. 5 points for how surprising it is. You wouldn't expect one of the killers to die. 4 points for how scary it is. So Three Finger comes out to a total of 16 points at number 4. Number 3 is Willie. Face sliced by a scythe. 3 points for how bloody it is. 5 points for how believable it is. 3 points for how creative it is. 3 points for how surprising it is. And 3 points for how scary it is. So Willie comes out to a total of 13 points at number 3. Number 2 is Chavez. Axe hooked in him and then the skull cracked open. 4 points for how bloody it is. It was actually pretty bloody. 5 points for how believable it is. 3 points for how creative it is. 3 points for how surprising it is. 3 points for how scary it is. So Chavez comes out to a total of 18 points at number 2. But the number 1 best most pointed kill is Marshall. He gets a knife in the neck. It's actually a pretty standard kill, but you're gonna find out that 4 points for how bloody it is. It was actually pretty graphic. 5 points for how believable it is. Knife and neck, especially if it was pulled out. I don't remember. Probably was. He's gonna die from that. 2 points for how creative it is. Not that creative, but 5 points for how surprising it is, because the knife just comes out of nowhere, goes right into his neck, side of his neck. So that was very surprising. And then 3 points for how scary it is. It was extremely scary. So Marshall comes out to a total of 19 points as the number 1 best most pointed Wrong Turn 3 kill. Thanks for watching.